Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the first update for my 2020 Project Pan. This year again I am participating in Kat and Haley's Team Project Pan. The hashtag this year is hashtag Team Project Pan 2020, I think. And yeah, this is a full face rolling project pan with the quarterly refreshes, which means that you can put new products in with the change of the season, for example, if you're doing colorful makeup. Here is the first change that I do. For me, this is not a colorful makeup type of challenge, of project. I love colorful makeup. We've been through many times. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Alice. I'm addicted to color and single pan eyeshadows. So, I'm never gonna finish an eyeshadow, I think, even though I'm trying. I am trying, there's an eyeshadow in this project, but it's not a color. So, in my project pan, I put in everyday products that I want to focus on and finish. These are especially cream products, foundations, primers, brow products, hint hint, and any of these things that I want to just use up before they go bad, and that, yeah, I have either other items or I have a hard time focusing on one thing and finishing it. So that is what this project pan is for me. First quarter, the first update, the first month of this project, I think this month I've worn the most makeup in the year. Last year, probably, since last year. I wore so much makeup this month, mainly because the weather is cold. It is bad weather, so I feel like wearing foundation is okay. I am put an effort into wearing my face primer that usually I don't wear. Yeah, I wore a lot of makeup and I put a lot of effort into my items. Not fantastic progress, but there is progress, and that is what is the most important. Let's go in the order of the things that I apply on my face. I keep track on my phone in an Excel sheet of the weights. I have a micro balance here that I use for weighing products. Unfortunately, my husband uses it also for his aquarium stuff, so sometimes I can't find it. Anyways, not relevant. And here I have the first weigh-ins of the products. For primer, I am using the Cover FX blurring primer. I am using it now specifically just in the center of my face to fill in the pores I have on my nose, around my nose. I think it does a good job and I'm using it more and more. What I do is I apply this first after my skincare, then let it sit and do my eyes, and then do my foundation on top, because I find that in that case it kind of settles in a little bit and it doesn't slide off or make my foundation go on a bit weird. And I don't know, I don't really see a difference, to be honest, but I have it, so I'm gonna try to finish it. This one went from 7.5 grams at the beginning of January to 6.69 grams now. This is the most I've used it. I started it at 9.2 grams in March 2019, and I used, what is it? Less than 2 grams in a year, or in like 10 months, and then all of a sudden now I almost use a full gram. And that's because I actually used it. So I'm really hoping to finish this before spring comes and I stop wearing more heavy makeup and foundation with which I would use a primer. So this one went well. I'm very happy. I keep being convinced that it's gonna end, and then I find more squeezing, but as you can see, like, it's very thin now, and it's gonna finish. I'm very positive about that. Next up is my foundation. I am using the Estee Lauder Double Wear in the shade 2N2 Buff. I always complain that this is not my shade, and it isn't if I self-tan. It's been a while now since, I think since the holidays, I haven't self-tanned, and now it matches me better, much better. It's still a touch too pink in my opinion, compared to my color, but it matches me much better. Like, I think here I don't have much other products than my foundation and compared to my neck. So I am using it happily, and actually I used up a lot of it. I used up almost 3 grams, or sorry, more than 3 grams. This went from 113.52 to 110 0.29. So I used almost 3 grams of this, and I also wrote it down because today I could actually see where I am. I'm here, which means that I use very little of it in general, and yeah, there's still a lot to go. I don't think I'm gonna finish this before the switch of the season, when this is gonna be too much. And what I found is also that I actually just need 1 pump of this on my face. I know a lot of people use 2, and I used to use 2 sometimes, but I find 2 is too much, and it becomes a bit cakey on me. So 1 pump distributed well, I think it does amazing things. It does blend very nicely, and it goes a long way, so you don't really need a lot. Been liking that foundation, been using it every day. For concealer, I have the Maybelline Fit Me one, and this is, I don't know if you can see, it's kind of already empty down here, and it went from 12.63 to 12.42, so I used 0.2 grams of this, and I was sharing my attention between this one and this guy right here, the Maybelline Age Rewind. This one is much older, so I really want to finish this one. The Fit Me is something I reach for more because I like the color a little bit better, and I like the formula a little bit better. This guy here is close to the end, and I used more of it. It went from 22.46 to 22.02, so 0.44 grams of concealer. I used much more of this one than the other one, and yeah, I'm happy this is progressing. I really want to finish it because at this point it's ages old. Not anti-age, but it's ages old. It's years old, and I think it's probably disgusting, and I don't know, I could throw it away, but now it's like I just want to finish it. Powders, those I have 2 of, one of which is my setting powder, my translucent one, which is the Neve Drama Matte. This guy right here has a nice pan, and it went from 53.57 to 53.14 grams. So I used here again for 0.4 grams of product. It's progressing. It's not going as fast as I'd like it to go, but it's progressing, and I like this powder, so I don't mind at all using it. It does a good job. It might even be that after years of using this, or a year of using this exclusively pretty much, I might even miss it. That will be to be seen. The other powder I'm using is the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat Powder Foundation. I like this one a lot, and I always mention I wear it when I don't wear foundation. So if I wear the Estée Lauder foundation, I don't really wear this. So this month I didn't really wear this a lot, but this one has a giant pan, and it went from 67.54 to 67.32. So indeed just 0.2 grams of use. I think I used it once or twice this month. So it's progressing slowly, but I do want to finish it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go through it much quicker in the summer, when I'm not going to be wearing full coverage foundation, and then I want a bit more coverage with this one. Next up, my eyeshadow primer is the Milani eyeshadow primer, and I started this new in October at 13.87 grams. Then it was at 13.15 at the beginning of January when I did my intro, and now it is at 12.7 grams. So I used quite a bit of it, 0.45 of product, but again, this I use every day. I think what made a difference is that I tested on my eyes all of the Makeup Geek rebranded eyeshadows that they sent to me. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it in the cards. I did a lot of swatches of these, but before my review, of course, I tested them on my eyes. I did some makeup looks, and for that I used a ton of the eyeshadow primer. So that is why probably this one got a lot of views. And now for the eyeshadow that I have in my project pan. I never added an eyeshadow because I don't want to finish my eyeshadows. I love having them. However, this year I wanted to challenge myself, and I picked this guy right here by Makeup Geek. Not one of the rebranded ones. This is Beaches and Cream, and this is one of the ones that have a pan in my collection. Probably one of the first Makeup Geek eyeshadows that I had, and I remember using it as a transition shade for every single look for years, and that's how I hit pan. Nowadays, it's a bit harder to use because I am testing palettes or I am testing eyeshadows, so I didn't use it a lot. it went from 3.26 to 3.22 grams, so 0.04 grams of products used. And I think in here there's like 1.8 grams, yeah. There's 1.8 grams, so it's gonna take a while, but hey, if I hit ban, I can also finish it, right? Maybe. I'm hoping that I will manage. I still have a backup of this. I think I got it in a BoxyCharm or so I don't mind finishing it. And I think Makeup Geek is gonna bring it out again. Peach Smoothie is already for sale, but I know that they're coming out with new shades, and I'm hoping that they'll bring this one out again because I love it. Next up are mascaras. I have my mascara of choice. This is the Lash Sensational Mascara, and that went from 23.88 to 23.17. This one I also opened in October, and it is now 4 months that I've used it. It is still okay. I'm slowly getting my lashes back in health. I'm using castor oil. If you've seen my January roundup, you know I had tested a lash serum that I thought actually wasn't doing anything positive for my lashes, and I'm now slowly having them back normal. Yeah, they're still not great, but this mascara does what it can. So this one is the one I use daily, and then I also use the Lash Sensational Primer. This one is nowadays getting really wet, and it's like the wand picks up too much product, and I don't know, it is clumpy on my lashes, so I'm not loving it. I used it nonetheless. It went from 17.1 to 16.79 grams. And I only opened this at the beginning of December actually, so I should have a long way to go with this guy. A new category I added this year compared to last year is eye pencils, and I have 2 here. One is the Nabla Bombay Black. I think this is even discontinued or is going to be, and unfortunately I cannot use it. Like, this is now really scratchy and dry. I used it a bit. It went from 4.04 to 3.47 grams, so I did use it, but yeah, right now it's very scratchy and it just falls out. So I am actually going to throw this one away and yeah, just call it quits, let's say. I used it a bit. I was hoping to be able to finish it, but as soon as I was using it a bit more, I noticed that it's, yeah, it's just done, unfortunately. The other one instead that is a bit more recent and I can use constantly is this NYX Faux Black in Burnt Sienna. I rage about these all the time. These are very dark shades that however have different undertones, and this one is the more warm brown, and I use it a ton. I use it a ton. Not today by mistake, by pure chance. And this one went from 4.41 to 4.11. So I used 0.3 grams. As I mentioned in my introduction, I don't sharpen my pencils all the time because as long as I can still apply it without scratching my eyes, I don't do very sharp or precise lines, so I don't really mind. That's why I'm actually happier with the use of this one than, let's say, Bombay Black, which I had to sharpen every time because it was drying out and it was really scratchy. Then we get to the part that everybody is betting on, and that is my Nabla Brow Pot. There is no pan yet. I don't think so. No pan. We're getting deeper and deeper in the pan, but there's no pan left. But there's no pan yet. And this one went from 39.78 to 39.66. So I used 0.12 grams of this product. And yeah, I don't know, you guys. This might last another year, to be honest. The problem I'm having nowadays is I think it's drying out because I'm getting little balls in my eyebrows, and I think it's from this one. So I don't know if I should start using Duraline in it, but yeah, I haven't tested that yet. So yeah, I hope it will hold on until I finish it, but it might be, like someone said, that I'll have to throw it out before I finish it. For brow gel, that was a weird four. For brow gel, I'm using and loving my Anastasia Dip Brow Gel. This is getting really dry, and pretty much finished. There's still color and I can still use it, but I feel the end is coming. Could be another 3 months, but the end is coming. And to be honest, I remember whining about the fact that I thought it was finishing too early, because I think I started this in May, and it's quite a pricey item. But at this point, it looks like it could be, I don't know, some 9 months of use in total, from May to maybe March. Oh, that's even 11 months. So I don't mind the price of it if I can use it for so long. It's still doing its job. I like that it colors my hairs a bit. Talking about brows, what do you think about my new brows? I went to a girl today to have them cleaned up. The reason is I was doing my Makeup Geek eye looks and I was seeing all these little hairs here that me in my mirror with my tweezer, I just miss. And then also it was not very nice and sharp on top. And so I went to this person and I asked, can you please just clean up the edges? I've been trying to grow them out for so long. I am so proud of how far they came from, I don't know, the 2000s and the sperm brow. She said, yeah, no problem. I'm gonna adjust a little bit the shape on the outside so that they don't droop as much and it opens up your eyes. And I ended up with this, which is, I don't know, half the size of my usual brows. Not half, but like a good 50% less. I think she took up a lot from underneath and also from the end. Like, I added a few hairs with my brow pomade, but I feel like they're short, they're small. I cannot do soap brows or fluffiness because she cut them down and I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I know they will regrow. Anyways, I went off the rails there for a moment. Thank you so much for watching. This was my update for my project plan for 2020. How is your project plan going? Are you progressing? Did you finish something already? That would be exciting. I already see empties on all the project plan groups that I'm in and I'm like, whoa, how can you manage? But probably starting with products that have less product inside. I am very, happy with the progress. I'm happy that I used a lot of makeup this month. I thought about it. I'm like, oh, but maybe my colleagues will think that I am wearing too much makeup or I have foundation. Who cares? It's for myself. And I'm wearing foundation pretty much only because I have a foundation to use and because, I don't know, I like it. It makes my skin look very even, and with the dark weather and a little bit of a more pasty complexion, I think it makes me feel a bit better about myself. As soon as the sun hits and either I start self-tanning again or I get a bit of color naturally, I think I'm gonna ditch the foundation, especially because this color is not the right one for me. But until then, let's progress with these items. Again, thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it and subscribe to my channel if you're new. And I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!